So we're setting off today to Selgair. We've got to go up to Scotland because they seem to have the biggest amount of land to shoot on. But before we can do that, we've had to load up the camper van. So old Nellie's back on the road, and we've got to collect some targetry. So we've had a nice little pallet delivered today, and we've got to get this lot into there. So without further ado, let's open up the presents. And there we have them. Our new target stands. So we've got to go up to Selgair and set up our new range up there, ready for doing a load of shooting. But let's get these in the van. The Tridents. Incredibly long journey if the weather stays like this. Just hitting, coming up to Birmingham. So yeah, onwards and upwards. But yeah, hopefully it's not like this when we get to Carlisle. It's clear blue skies, so we've got perfect clarity to see them 1 mile and 2 mile targets. Adventure is all part of the journey, so you might as well see the whole thing, not just the fun part of making it go bang. So we are now down at the containers. We've got a firing point through there, which some people might recognise from one of the other videos, but we're just having to put together some of our targets, and these are the stands for the targets, and we've got a little quad bike ready there, stuffing all of the targets on there, and then we're going to head out onto the range. We're not going to be going this way, this is just me walking, but we're going to go out onto the range and we're going to head down into that valley and scatter them around down there, all at different distances. We've got a couple down there at the moment, one over there. Let's see if we can, there we go. Target down there, target over there. We've just got to populate the rest of that field out there, and yeah, that's one of today's jobs before we can start shooting at them. So the adventure continues. Now we're up the quad bikes. We've got to head up into the hills. We're at a trailer full of targets. Got our other men following us up, so they'll put them all out. The shooting's good fun, but this is also great fun. Look at the countryside. We're now at the 1 mile point. The guys are sticking in the spur for the target to hang on. And then we'll get another one of these big diamonds. I think we've got a big square going on this one actually. Let's have a quick look. There's going to be that one at the bottom, obviously. Never the one at the top. So we've got that in on the slope, and then just time to spray them up. So it's not all just fun. Well, it is all fun, but it's not all just shooting, I suppose. There's a lot of this that goes into creating the range, so we can actually get the training in. There's not a great deal of places that you can actually do this, so unfortunately we end up having to put it all together ourselves. Yeah, the guys are just doing the last one there. So we've got big plate, diamond, and then they're just doing the last little fella now. A nice little 10-inch disc. We'll see that. And all of that's at 1 mile. And then that, on top of that hill, is where we're shooting from. Well, we've managed to get back to the firing point. So here we are, at the firing point. Nice little, everyone's starting to get their bits out. Obviously we spent the morning out there. So we're going to try a little zoom in and see if we can show you whereabouts they all are. So over to here, there's your 100, your 200. And from there we go down, and that is 400 at the back there. And from 400, go over. And then we've got 500, orange at the bottom there. Then up through the gate, you can see a white one, that's 600. And over to the left, there's 2 at 800. And to the right is an orange, in the centre of the screen there is 700. And then the black centre of the screen now, you've got on the heather, orange and white, that's 800. Then you've got yellow and orange with the black background, that's 900. Exactly 1,000 yards apparently, so according to the information there. Then we're looking at 1,000 is the orange dot, the orange marks in the middle. Then we're looking at 1,200 in the centre now, which is an orange and a white. Then 1,500 is centre on the heather there, orange. Then above that is the 1 mile in the screed, and then over to the left in the centre now is the furthest one at 1,800. So yeah, they're all set up. Now we just need to get the weapons out, the rifles, and start having a little go and see if we can hit them. But as you can see, now we've zoomed back out, you can't even really see them on here. So yeah. Right, time to get ourselves set up. So we're going to be shooting 300 Norma mag first today. So let's get all the bits and pieces out. 1 barrel. Over to the firing point and assemble it over there, I reckon. Right, time to put all of this together then. So we're working on 300 Norma mag. Big legs to go on. There we go. Warm up. Buggers. Back one first, then the front one, then we can put them down and set it with skis. easy one to remove. Goes in and slide in. Barrel. And we'll check that that's sitting in properly. Slide bolt in, clip it down. That's working. With our 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. Yep. And that can come back. Put the butt plate back on it. Ready for firing. So yeah, barrel's on, feet are in, we're all ready to rock and roll now with that. So yeah, as I said, this is 300 normal mag. It's still running off of the normal chassis that we use for a 6.5 a 6.5 Creedmoor and a 6.5 GT that we've been shooting. But yeah, we're not today. That is the 300 normal mag barrel, and that will allow us to get right out to the 1 mile out there. Happy days.